Okay. I mean, come on, people. Is this really how it's gonna be? Brute force? I mean, just look at this. I mean, this is all I had to do just to open this thing, right? To get this thing off. I don't know who made this, but it was so tight in there, I just couldn't get it out. And somehow I was afraid of breaking this. So I first tried with this, and I went in here on top. And I tried to somehow loosen this because I just saw no other way. I just knew I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it myself, and I said, okay, let's just make a hell of an impact. And then I simply started trying with this, and I went in here. Okay, now I can see, well, okay, it worked, right? I mean, I got what I wanted. I wanted this to come off. And I couldn't see how getting in here, I tried, it just didn't work. And so I took this and I hammered it in top of here. But when I did this thing came out here, and then I could get rid of the styrofoam thing. So now I'm seeing this, I neither had to, well, but maybe I did, right? Maybe it was so tight in there that there was no other way. And now what I can do, simply to get back my light in here, is to see, oh wow, it came completely off. Oh no, it didn't. So now all I have to do is, you know, I sometimes just like to share. Oh, plus, I mean, you haven't seen this. I have simply closed the top of the shirt with fabric. I stitched it. There may still be some work to be done. I think it looks super nice. I'm still gonna do the sides a little bit. And then I've got a nice nightlight for my yoga sessions. I mean, that's the way. This base, I tried it yesterday, it actually still works. Okay. Now that was really a relief. Because this is already quite a dark apartment. I mean, the sun only comes around, you know, you have it on this side when it actually shines into here at around maybe 4. And that to me is quite a dark apartment. Okay, now, I don't know, I just got really angry. But constructive anger, right? Not against myself, I just said, okay, there's anger. I have to get this off. Something has to come off, I don't even know what. But that just couldn't be like this anymore. Right, it's also that... Oh wait. Oh, now comes the next. What next? Wait, where is this going? Because this... Oh damn it. You know what makes this so frustrating? That you've just got no light. I mean, you just can't see properly, and that's what's annoying. You see how this connects? I do. I mean, I thought my tooth would fall out. And then I put, for a couple of days now, heaps of cloves. Just right there. Right? And it's getting better. Now today I tried to do something else, but I simply couldn't. This was so in my face. My own inadequacy of fixing this. And then claiming to be some kind of a man was so in my face. But it also, there's something deeper here. I mean, I don't know if you get that. It's he who installed it. It's now the choice between me fixing this on my own and then facing the consequences, which is I have to make it pretty again. You know, pretty. But also actually hating it. Why does it have to be so brown, right? Maybe I have to make it white. Or wooden at least. Something... I mean, you have to get that. I grew up in Germany, in this country. And you have to understand that when we moved house, we moved to a different house when I was about 13 years old. And the room that I occupied, do you want to know how it looks like? The tapestry, including the carpet, had this color, dark brown. And this room that was the room I moved in later. It had this color, dark brown, including the carpet. And in the middle there was one light bulb hanging to this height. This was probably the dining room or something. It had like fluffy brown carpet, like this color, dark brown. And the ceiling, the walls were all in this color, dark brown. Now think about these people who lived there. I mean, what kind of a mindset? People, why does this have to be so complicated? I mean, seriously, this cannot be this hard. I mean, all I'm trying to do here is fix this. But it's so super complicated. I mean, this is like karmic stuff, right? I'm not just struggling against this. I'm struggling about these unnecessary things that people have to keep out the cold or the light. It's just this whole thing is unnecessary, if you know what I mean. Like me having to fix this, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I shouldn't have to fix this, not because it's not my place to fix it. It's because I'd rather be in the forest. I'd rather be in the forest, right? You know, I would have a wooden hut. And then the wooden hut wouldn't have any of this. But at the same time, as a man, right? Which is not just joking, but actually true. You know, I also get something to do, right? I can prove myself, you know? That's the hero journey. Oh, look, wife. I managed to open the shutters. You know, back in the days, it's like, you know, you came back with a deer over your shoulders. You know, I wasn't eaten. You know, I beat the pack of wolves to it. You get what I'm saying, right? And now it's this. Oh, yeah. I managed. Ooh. But it's part of it, right? That's what you're facing today. Be your own man. You know, I don't care if you masturbated today 5 times. If you're running out of juice, then this is gonna be a lot harder. But sometimes you're running out of juice just to show yourself, right? Because if you had sex with your wife, you still have to get up afterwards and see to it that everything remains stable, right? You cannot just slouch off. So some people, they just don't want to be a man. Well, then be a girl or something. Okay, this apparently has to go in here. And now if I'm just a little bit relaxed, then maybe I can get this. Without throwing a tantrum, without being vexed about it, just seeing the challenge and doing it. Well, now what I'm trying to find is the spot where wait a second. It's like this now, right? But how do I get it? Because normally, fuck. Now I have to understand the okay, if it's up, it has to be rolled. Because this thing blocks it, right? From coming down again. Which means that I think that's okay now. But it has to roll up this way. No, does it really? Or does it matter? Yeah, it has to roll up this way. What is going on? But this makes it oh my god. This cannot be it. I mean, I have to be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay. Here are screws, which probably means I just have to see what's going to happen. Okay, what does this do now? Because you have to prove yourself as a man. I mean, I can do things. But I also constantly have to keep learning. I cannot slouch off, ever. Because think about it, if there's a woman, you don't want your woman to carry you through life, right? Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Christopher made a breakthrough. He had a breakthrough. Woo! You know, you can celebrate, you can cheer for yourself because nobody's here. Okay, now I just have to understand this. If this goes on there. Because what I find weird is that if this rolls up this way, Okay, then I would suggest yeah, that's the spot. Okay, well now, and now it's again, right? What's this now? Ah. Right. Now first simply close it again. I mean, nobody's saying that this thing is easy, right? This thing called life. It's supposed to be a challenge. I mean, it's supposed to be a fight. If you say, although you have a penis, you know, I'm just gonna be a girl, well, who are the women going to turn to? Well, guys like me, right? Do you want all of them to be for me? Or do you want to have one for yourself? I mean, you can imagine having like an ashram. Okay, now let's just see, because wait, what is this now? Oh. I'm not sure if this is the right way, by the way. This is never holding. Because it's the wrong way round. Oh, fuck it. No. Just a second. I think I know it. Wait a second. When it's rolled up, it has to be empty. Because now it's full, right? So it's rolled up so you can give it rope and then it comes down. And then you pull it up again. Which means... But how do I take this out? Because this is here kind of stuck, right? this should be enough. Wait, that was not the one. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Because I'd say you'd want it even. Haha, now it's probably the other way around. Damn it! Yeah, you can already tell it's the wrong way. So sometimes, you know, there's this tantrum inside, but you don't want to be like a stupid little child. I mean, I just wanted to get this off, and I didn't want to have anybody involved in this, so I did not want to ask anybody's help. I just realized this has to be open in order for me to feel alive or something. Okay, I feel fairly confident that this is the solution. Which is why I'm going to close this again. So these screws don't have to apparently be super tight. They just need to... You know, and if somebody says something, well, who cares? It's my apartment. I just have to fix this in whatever way I find applicable. But at least for my part, right, I did the best I could. So now it also works in my mind if I think about it. If I pull now, then I'm going to pull like this, and then the shutters are going to go up. But sometimes I feel like there is something blocking me. But it's hard to explain whether this is something in myself. Because technically, you know, what's really blocking you? I mean, in the end, you either do it or you don't do it. So you can say something's blocking you, but I mean, it could be just an excuse. It could be just seeing your father working with such desperation and you finding it maybe painful or something to see. But any kind of work is transformation and you cannot help it. You see, and why the problem arose was because this broke off here. Now this is a sight to behold. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! And now imagine the difference between buying weed on the streets and having your own homegrown stuff. So I would suggest you never buy anything again and you work towards having your own stash. And then you... Okay, now I have to also see how I can fix this. I actually had an idea, but that would be the unconventional method. I mean, this is a real breakthrough. Because this came off and I pulled, and then nothing, because here are these blockages. But can this not be fixed in any other way? And this took me now, it feels like an eternity. I mean, it was just unbearable. The darkness. Step into the light, child of light, come forth. Be mine, be yours. Be he who fell and then woke up. Be something that can't be undone. Just work your magic all day long and see to it that all your songs are memorized. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna do this my way. This is wire. And I'm going to simply see if it's gonna hold this. You see, and what I really dislike in this society is how much time young men and women already spend with each other. You should only spend time with a man, you know, once you decide to marry. But a lot of the times, you know, some girls, you know, maybe they just want this because they lack a man in their life, so they look for one because their father isn't a real man. So he cannot really support her, you know, that kind of stuff. And then they look for it elsewhere, which is why, you know, a family should be stable. But I never had this. So I also looked for men outside of myself. So my journey was clearly to figure out what a man is, because I felt that the image of a man that I was shown was not what I remembered. Right, if you would show this, what I'm doing here now, to other people, they'd probably say, ugh. But I say, right? It just has to work for me, right? But I'm not sure actually it will. You know why? Because it doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Actually does. Sometimes you just want it to hold. And of course I'm also talking about relationships here. Sometimes you just want the relationship to hold. Because losing another one would be too much. But everybody's different. I came here to do something. There were things I wanted. But it has to be you know, sometimes it needs to happen in the right way. Kind of. You see, this is very unconventional. But if you have your own way, because now I'm just taking wire. But sometimes I'm really glad that there's nobody here criticizing this. Because what matters to me is that it holds. And that I know I've done everything I could. So sometimes you fix something on this side of reality, like during such a simple act such as this. And what you see is that it had a meaning also on all kinds of other sides of reality. So it's also in a way the intention with which you perform the act. You know, if you just sleeping with a woman because you have the intention to just have fun is very different than if you have the intention to, let's say, be a family. It's very different. You see? It's the way I saw it. I didn't know yet how, because now I fixed it with these wires. But now I fixed it. And I did it myself. But I have one more left. I mean, to me that's a major breakthrough. Okay, I'm gonna 2 more, 1 here, 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh then it's 7. I think 6 is the number of creation. What is 7? So you never film the really messy parts, right? You never film the really messy parts. And you never film, you know, your children. If you want to record your life, then you only film yourself. Right? Maybe occasionally, but this should be then about you filming yourself and using this to generate an income to free yourself and others from the treadmill of capitalization. So you can create spaces and simply say, here, you can, well, you can live here, but you have to follow the rules. Okay. First time. I've never repaired something like this. Super nice. Woohoo! It's the moment you say woohoo! And then your landlord comes in and says, "What have you done? What have you done to my beautiful window?" Well, I've mended it. Well, I can just, because I have these things that go over that, you just have to glue it shut again, and nobody will know that I have done this. Okay, close it up. Seriously, don't know why this had to be so complicated. So everything has a meaning in my world. I mean, I leave the house, or I am here, I see 3, 4 mockingjays. There's a meaning to it. I had moments where I saw them, that was some time ago, there were mockingjays trying to pick on one. And I simply stared at them like this. Cleaning my mind, staring at them, holding them in my meditation, and they stopped. They relaxed, and then they moved off and left the one alone. I mean, imagination? Think not. Oh, you see my mistake now? But I know how I'm gonna do this. Just gonna take this out. See, there's always something. Now I forgot that this had to come through here. So what am I gonna do with this? I'm just gonna do it my way. Which is what I have said for my life. I simply said, I'm just gonna do it my way. Which is why for my life, I'd like to devote myself to a woman, which I have done, which I have continued to do so. But then this woman also has to devote herself to me. And I think that's an okay message to send to the masses. That you should stop with this nonsense playing around. No. So, what people call love is hard work, my friend. But what most people mean with love is, you know, I want to get something. Give me love. Why don't you love me anymore? It's an exchange. It's focus and attention. And that's what I have realized. That a child needs more than just food. Right? We need more than just food. We need actual truthful communication. That's the message that we've all been feeling and hearing. We try to act like that it's all so nice. So yeah, you have to do it by yourself. What do I have to do by myself? Well, that thing that you wanted so much. Now for next time I know, but next time may not exist. This is a super nice feeling. Nothing replaces actual experience. Well, now this somehow needs to be glued on again. Because now I know that it can be accessed through here. But I didn't know that before. But yeah, to me it's okay. My mess to clean up, not yours. But still. I mean, you almost don't see. If you wouldn't know. Then, right, you wouldn't know. So all I have to do is just glue this. Even leave it like this. But yeah, you want to do it proper, right? So have to find the glue. To find the right kind of glue. Because it doesn't hold any pressure. And then of course cleaning. This was something that was blocking me, but it had a deeper meaning for myself. All acts also have a deeper meaning. Well, what does that mean? Well, all acts have a deeper meaning means that why did the necessity arise for this to happen? Well, something broke off, I couldn't help it. And then I had to react to it, which is what I did. And then something else came off. So you saw a symptom of something that was wearing off or something. And then as you were trying to fix it, you know, the problem was manifesting elsewhere. And then you were insecure, which is why you couldn't fix it. And that kind of stuff, right? And then you've been trying to fix it, but you couldn't. But you also didn't want anybody's help, so you just did it yourself. So one of the ways you can speak about this, of course, in a sense, lack of experience. If I would have shown as a child how to do these things, but you know, who as a child can show you how to deal with depression? You know, why are you suffering from depression? Because you live in a toxic world that makes money with your energy. You know, very simple. And now they're talking about that children are more and more depressed. Yeah, no kidding, because you're sucking them dry. I mean, you don't get it, what the internet does. Right, it just sucks you up. And it's not just children, it's adults. Most people that I see suffer from some kind of a depression. And if you're not worshipping that kind of a delusion, internet stuff, then you're probably walking around with a dog. So who are you, right? I don't know. I just did that. That's all I know. And somehow it was transformative. Okay, that's enough.